So expectations versus reality. Guys, we're going to talk about expectations in this video. I find that a lot of people burn out and quit in life because their expectations don't match the amount of work that it's actually going to take to pull off what they want. Monday, Wednesday, Friday on YouTube, I'm dropping motivational content. And then once a week on Sundays, I'm doing a weekly recap of whatever I learned last week that can help you in life, in business, and overall success. Okay, I'm going to cover topics on leadership, wisdom, money, and all relationships. Okay, so I decided to put these together, these weekly Sunday videos, to vlog and capture what I'm currently going through and help you guys out, advance your careers, get out of the grow a business, become more successful. Like, that's what it's straight up about. It's about helping you become more successful. That's what these vlogs are about. And I wanted to document these because I got the idea from Hormozi, to basically do a weekly vlog. And I like the idea, so I was like, all right, I'll do it. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you guys will see on my YouTube channel shorter videos designed to motivate you, and I talk a lot about my military service. This video, I'm going to talk about the stuff that happened this last week and share the knowledge and give that to you, because I find that, we don't all need to make the same fucking mistakes. Like, we should kind of avoid the pitfalls with those that are walking the path ahead of us. Okay, so I left my 9 to 5. I don't know if that's your job or your mission. Your mission is to leave your 9 to 5. I accomplished success in my military career. I don't know, maybe you have a similar mission. I got myself to think bigger in life. I got myself to shift from that small town mentality. So I grew up in a town of like 300 people. I didn't even know a world like this existed, really. You know what I mean? Like, I knew that the coastline existed, but I didn't know that I had no idea of what success really looked like, because I wasn't really exposed to it. I grew up in the mountains of Northern California, completely sheltered. Okay, so guys, this last week, what I'm gonna give you in this video is I think I have, what do I have? I've got 8 lessons that I learned this last week in business and in life that will help you make more money. They'll help you get more time, and they'll help you if you're trying to sell a product. It'll help you with that. And there's also a relationship lesson here. So overall, 8 life lessons to help you improve your life, your business, and your life. Okay. And if you don't have a business yet, you might have one in the future. So all these will apply to, these are all success lessons. So it doesn't matter if you're going to have a business or not. All right. So that's my promise to you guys. I put some time in, I spend time every single Sunday jotting down notes, getting prepared for these. And it's Memorial Day weekend. Everybody out here, man, it's really cool to see everybody out here having a good time. However, a lot of them are fucking just drinking. Like, they're escaping the time off that they have. Like, what the fuck is up with that? The real way to celebrate Memorial Day, Memorial Weekend, and honor those that have fucking died is to fully live. And that leads me into the lessons for today. And the main thing that I learned this last week, and I wanted to impress upon you guys, and that's expectations versus reality. Okay, the expectation, like, if you want to be successful in life, there's going to come a time where there's going to be a scenario like this that you're going to have to do. Okay, I'm recording this video because I want to serve you guys. I want to help you with your success. But guess what I'm not doing? I'm not drinking my face off over there. Okay, I gave up that and came over here. Now, there is times in my life where I spend my time on the beach, relaxing, hanging out. I don't drink. I stopped drinking in 2018, February 15th, 2018. Best decision of my life. I have no issue with people that do drink a little bit here and there. You know, I think that personally for me, I believe that alcohol takes you away from your purpose. I believe it makes you somebody you're not. And so the goal should be to become that person, to feel the way that alcohol makes you feel when you don't have it. Why can't we do that? That's what I've done. So anyways, I got rid of alcohol and I traded a party life for this, but I still go over there and I still hang out at the beach and I relax and stuff like that. So expectations versus reality is that it's Sunday and what I'm not doing is fucking off. What I am doing is helping, serving you guys. And so if you want to succeed in life, there's going to eventually be a trade-off where you're going to have to decide between fucking off and serving people and helping people. Okay? Some call this a sacrifice. I call it an investment, and I call it being free. I'm living my purpose. You know, I'm here sharing knowledge and imparting wisdom upon you guys to help you better your life. That makes me feel so much better than sitting over being bored at the beach, you know? It makes me feel a lot better than the hangover the next day. So last week was a grinder for me, okay? And expectations versus reality. You know, I've been building Conquer Academy for almost 6 years now. Conquer Academy is my coaching company. We do leadership, I do fitness, I run events, I do online programs. We help people make more money. We help them build teams. We help them grow their businesses. We help people leave their 9-to-5s. We help them with goal setting and achievement. We help people win, man. That's what we do. We're a high performance coaching company and we help people succeed. Well, this last week, some lessons that I picked up, man. My time was spent shuffling a bunch of different projects, and I caught myself in the last 90 days jumping in and you know, doing a lot of tasks that I probably shouldn't have been doing. How many of you guys have been there before? You jumped into small tasks versus big tasks. Well, that caught up to me. And this last week, I wasn't hitting my financial goals. And so one of the big wins that I had this last week is I pulled 16,000 out of basically fucking thin air. It had nothing to do with Conquer Academy, but I generated 16K in one day. And I got focused on what I needed to focus on. Okay, and that was the result. Some other things that happened. One of my staff members is down 60 pounds on one of our fitness programs. The reason she's doing the fitness program is because I created a company culture where everybody has to live our program. It's not right for us to sell shit that we're not using. She's down 60 pounds. She ran a 5K this weekend. She's constantly improving herself in all aspects of life, you know? Another thing that happened, I think, so in business, this was a business lesson. You're gonna get business from a bunch of different sources. Well, I realized last week where most of my business is coming from. So I want to help you guys out with leads. If you want to get leads in your business, this will help you with that. Some other things. I had a old client from last year, reach out and he complained about, so in the last 5 years in business, I've had 3 people try to get refunds. One was this last week. And the reason this guy asked for a refund was that he didn't get access into one of our communities. I failed to make sure that he got onboarded into one of our communities. He did 6 months with a coach, one-on-one, and I extended his contract to 12 months, but I failed to get him into the community. And so he was upset about that, and he let me know months after the contract had ended. So this basically, this guy orders a steak from a restaurant, right? It's kind of what happened. He orders a steak, you bring it out, the salad's there, bread's there. He eats the steak, but he leaves the salad and he leaves the bread and he leaves and he comes back the next week and he's like, hey, I didn't eat the salad and I didn't eat the bread. I want my money back. You never gave me, I never used those products. You gave them to me, but I didn't eat them. And I want my money back. So me and him have been working through that, and I'm gonna take care of him and whatnot and do the right thing. But it happens in business, right? People are gonna be unsatisfied at some point with what you're doing, whether it's their side or yours. So we failed on our side, he failed on his. So what do you do in that situation like that? The other thing that's happened is my relationships have continued to be tested, and I've really thinned the herd with who I should be around, who I shouldn't. So if you're around people right now, I'm trying to figure out who to keep in your life and who not to. We're going to talk a little bit about that as well. All right. So from the top to the bottom. All right. 8 lessons. Number 1, time. Organize. When it comes to figuring out how to prioritize your time, organize your time and do the tasks that you think you should do based off of how much your time is worth, and set a dollar amount. That's the biggest lesson I learned when it comes to time and delegation from this last week. In other words, any task over $1,000 or $5,000 for me, I need to do. I should not delegate a task to my team underneath $5,000, no shit. If it's over $1,000, if the task is over $1,000, meaning it could produce $1,000 worth of business, or it's a $1,000 mistake, then the team needs to let me know about it. I don't necessarily need to do that task, but they need to inform me. If it's a task that's over $5,000, it can generate $5,000 in business, or it's a mistake for $5,000, I need to be hands on that task. I took a task I gave a task to somebody earlier in the year that was over a $5,000 task, and I eventually this last week I got my hands dirty on that task, and as a result, it generated $10,000 inside of our house. Okay. Now, a lot of you guys are going to be asking what was the task and how'd you get the money. That's not the important part. Okay. That's not what I want you guys to focus on. What I want you to focus on is the high performance strategy, which is, where is your time going? What are you giving your time to? Are you spending your time on $5 tasks, $10 tasks, $100 tasks? Do you even know what type of tasks you're doing? Because if you're tight on time, you might need to take a look at that. All right. Lesson number 2, business lesson. My staff is improving tremendously. Okay. I got multiple team members that are losing weight, becoming more disciplined. They're operating and using our program. I love it. I fucking love it. If any of you guys want your friends and your family members to improve, this is what I did. I just created an expectation. I told them, I created a boundary. I said, listen, you guys are going to do the program or we're going to have to part ways, right? I gave them time to do the program, but I said, we're not going to sell something that we're not using. So I set a standard and I set an expectation. With time and tasks, I set an expectation with myself now, right? I said, $5,000 are up. My expectation is I have to do that task. In my company, the expectation is we all live and breathe the program. You're on our team, you're living in this you're doing this program the best of your ability. Number 3, business tip, business lesson number 3. When you start growing your business, you're gonna eventually get a sale, right? Well, you need to keep in mind where that sale comes from, and you need to double down on that source. Okay, so if you're getting sales at work, maybe you're doing a weekend, you're going to the mall and you're giving out samples of your supplements outside of the mall, and somebody buys your supplements outside the mall. Well, now you need to double down on that location. Okay, but what I also learned this last week is that you got to have multiple places where you're getting leads and sales. Okay, you can't just focus on one. You need to constantly double down on the one proven process, the one proven place, and then you need to start building other places where you're getting leads so you can get sales. All right, the main thing that I picked up this last week was my best source of sales have come from collaborations, where I basically help somebody else out that I know, and I get in a room around a bunch of their friends, and eventually the right person finds me and they want to sign up for my shit. So collaborations have been huge in my life. They've brought in the most amount of money. They don't cost anything really, and it's another stream of income outside of where I position myself in the marketplace, which is online. Okay, so collaborations work the best in my opinion, because they create word of mouth. Like if you're in proximity to somebody, they automatically trust you, and all they have to do is validate your record with that person. All right, business tip number 4. There was a story about this last week where a business owner went bankrupt. He was a business coach and he had his own business. Okay, he basically did some sort of remodeling, and his remodeling business went bankrupt. And there's rumors that he was using his business coaching money to take care of the renovation business. So, right or wrong, I don't know. I don't know if it's right to sell business coaching and fund your failing business with that money. I don't know. And I also don't know all the details, right? I'm just seeing the headlines and how the news spun it. But I'll tell you this. One of the smartest things I ever did in business was I kept my money separate. You know, any business I've ever had, I really 90% of the time I never cross streams. Okay, so if I have personal income coming in from the military, that's Jeremiah Sullivan money. If I have Conquer Academy revenue flowing into the company, that's Conquer Academy revenue. All right, I've done a very good job of not crossing streams. There has been times where I've had to cross a little bit here and there, but my point is with this is that as soon as if you start getting in your head that you need to grow, in order to grow your business, you need to start funding it from somewhere else, then you don't have a proven process in your business. Your business isn't successful. It's leaking. No amount of cash is going to fix the problems in your business. Okay? That's just like trying to out-train your bad diet. If you're trying to get in great shape, you need to fix the bad fucking diet and stop trying to train to fix it. See what I'm saying? All right, business tip number 5. When a customer complains, when a customer wants a refund, remember this. The sale starts over. You got to go back through your sales process. You got to build rapport. You got to understand their challenges. You got to figure out what they actually want. You got to figure out what solutions they've tried to create on their own to get the result that they want. Then you need to generate a proposal, and you need to negotiate and figure out if it's a good fit for you guys to work together. So when a customer wants a refund, your instinctual response should not be, fuck you, you don't get a refund. No, the sale starts over. Just go back through the process, figure out what's going on in their life, and update your terms and agreement. Most people don't want to go through a refund process anyways, and most people, when they ask for a refund, they just want to be heard. They don't even really want the money. You know what I mean? So that's a big lesson that I learned. Next one is, I'm in the influencer space, right? Crazy shit. I never thought I would be in the influencer space. I also thought these guys were a damn joke. I was in the military. I'm an infantry officer, but here I am online putting out content, right? So what I learned this last week is that the influencer space is full of people showing you what will emotionally stir you and hiding their actual life. So if you want to work with somebody that is an influencer online, try to really understand what they have going on outside of what they're showing you. Remember, those clips that are online, it's not their full life. They're showing you 60 seconds in their story, 90 seconds or whatever. No, 30 seconds, 60 seconds inside of their Instagram story. You're not able to see their full life. You're not able to see their problems. You're not able to see what they're doing behind closed doors. So a lot of these guys that are influencers, they're appearing like they're one thing, but then they're appearing like they're an entrepreneur, right? But they have a W-2 job that they do 40 hours out of the week. But they're presenting themselves online as a successful entrepreneur. So you just really got to dig into who these people are. And, there's a lot of different ways to do that, but just follow their track record, watch their life, try to poke holes in what they're doing, and also just pay attention to who's hanging around with them, because you can tell a lot about that person based off of who's in proximity of them. Now, who they're around doesn't always say what that person's about. I've had some people assume some things about me that weren't true based off of people that I was around, but they also were wrong about the people that I was around. They thought that the people I were around were shady, or that they thought that person I was around was dishonest. But when I dug into actually what happened, I learned that, that person didn't do the dishonest thing. The person that's complaining was the dishonest person. And so, and also people change, right? So if I'm around somebody now, doesn't mean they weren't a shitbag before. They might have been a shitbag before, but my experience with them is that they're good. Point is guys, is that not everybody on the internet is easy to trust, and you guys shouldn't trust all of them. But what you should do is watch them, try to understand what they do to take care of their how they make their money, understand what their incentive is for being online, and with that information, you can probably make an informed decision on whether or not that person can actually help you. Okay, the last 2 lessons here, number 7 and number 8. All right, this is a money lesson. The biggest thing that's helped me with money over the years is this happened last week. I found a solution to reduce my expenses by about, what is it going to be? Probably about like $7,000 a month or something like that. Okay. So I found a solution this last week to get rid of $7,000 a month of expenses. Pretty dope. And what I learned, and this has helped me over the years, because I did this even as when I was in the military as an officer. One of the best ways to get ahead financially is not just to cut costs, but it's to generate money that takes care of your expenses. To put your money to do the best that you can with your money. When I was an infantry officer, the Army gave me basic allowance for housing. They gave me money for rent or to own a house. And I thought that I was basically wasting that money if I didn't buy a house and put it to work. So I did that. I bought a house, I figured it out. It took me 18 months from the time I made the decision to actually pull off buying the house. But once I got myself in position to buy a home, the money I got from the government went into that house, and I basically cut my expenses, right? I was leaking $2,000, $2,400 a month until I got that house, and now I'm investing $2,400 a month with the Army's money. So I did that with another place. I got a second place, and I turned that house into a multi-family. I renovated the basement, and basically I put tenants in it, and I cut my expenses for that house. I could basically to the point where I could live for free. So it was a single family home. I had an upstairs tenant. I took the basement, I turned it into a unit, and between the two units, I rented them out, and I could live in that house for free and make a little bit of money. Okay, figure out what is eating up most of your money and in your day-to-day life, and figure out what you can do to make money off of that and cut away your expenses. Like canceling your subscriptions and changing where you live and paying less is a way, but what I tried to do was bring more money into my house so I could live the way that I wanted to live. Does that make sense? Okay, so figure out a way to make more money to take care of your expenses with what you got. Okay, maybe you can't buy a house, maybe you can't put in tenants, I don't know, but there's something that you can do where you can create a little business, or you can create a little opportunity where somebody is paying you to take care of your expenses. That has helped me tremendously over the years. All right, last lesson here is it's on relationships. So your relationships, what I learned this last week is I had some guys in my life that they're beefing, right? They're very successful, they're going different directions. And I'm stuck in the middle because I like both of these guys. I'm like, damn, both of you guys are been good to me. And I don't really know whether I should side with you or side with you, because I see both sides of the issue with you guys. And what I learned was that I basically pulled back and I kind of just watched both of these guys. And I'm like, what are the relationships that you guys have say about you? Who's sticking around you? And so right now what I'm able to do is watch both of these guys move and see who their loyal people are and what type of person sticks to that individual. And so what this does, when you can see what type of person sticks to another type of person, you can tell what type of person that person is. So if you got Alpha and Bravo person, all of these people around Alpha go to Alpha, all these people around Bravo go to Bravo, and you can tell what all those people are doing. You can tell what type of, if you're like, oh man, these guys are fucking shady as hell. These guys are liars, fucking bullshitters, money hungry, greed, and they go to that person. What's that say about him? Okay, but the point is with that is that you can tell a lot about the individual you're questioning based off of who's around them. All right. That doesn't necessarily mean that you should cut people based off of, maybe they have some shady people that are around them. I don't ever like to assume anything about anybody. I like to discover. So before I cut a relationship, this is my tip to you. Before you cut a relationship, ask yourself if you're cutting it because of what you're assuming or because of what you know. Are you assuming that person's a dirtbag, or do you know that person's a dirtbag? Because you might be cutting a relationship a little quick if you're just cutting it because of the judgment that everybody else has about that person. So for myself, I want to know. And turns out, I think both of these guys are respectable people. I think that they have some good qualities. They have some bad ones. I think they're both works in progress. But I'm not cutting any relationships till I get a little closer and I get a little more clarity and I get any indicators that they're going to do me wrong. You know what I mean? So that's my lessons, guys. Those 7 lessons. I know that was a lot, Maybe one of you guys can type the lessons down here that you took away in the comment section. A little longer of a video, but hey man, this is the weekly recap. Last week, crazy week with learning about business, making more money, failing forward, relationship strains, time strains, and those are the 7 lessons that helped me, and I hope that they help you guys. All right, everybody. I'll see you. Hey, tomorrow morning. Remember, motivational fucking content coming through. Share some military stories. Drop a takeaway that you liked from this video down below. I'll come in and check out the comments, and enjoy your Memorial weekend, guys. Don't get fucking blackout drunk. Go do something productive. Go enjoy your life. If you want to go to the beach, do it. Go hang out, enjoy the sun. It's fucking beautiful out here. And really, I'm gonna go get some ice cream for Memorial Day. That's my plan. You guys might see it on my Instagram. All right. So hey, love you all, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in some more. All right, conquer all.